Pipio. Yeah, there we go. That's a decent name for a file. Let's try this. So, how is the game going tonight? I got a new PB that was problematic. So I'm hoping that I can complete one more run of this. Also played all the way through Zoda's Revenge and beat that. I don't know how long that took. It was not a speed run of that. It was just a nice, relaxing, finished one run playthrough. Guess I could check the timestamps on the video though and figure out how long it took me. It'd be a good starting point for figuring out how quickly I can actually finish the actual thing. Here, we got that. Futurist can check? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I did change the chapters too. Or it'll be chapters in the VODs because I did change the category. So that would help locate that. Actually, it should just display the time for each. Oops, I took too many steps. Says clearly approaching already too late, probably. But at least give us a good shot. I got some more rooms that I need to practice though and learn the correct strats on before I'll be able to have any more improvement over what I hit earlier. Let's at least do these two first rooms more smoothly. That. No, that. Not sure how far you actually have to step into that first step for that one to work. Gotcha. Okay, that felt better. I don't know if it actually was better or not. Imagine if you had to split on every single room. That'd be an insane looking splits file. Besides being incredibly inaccurate due to frame differences when you actually hit the split button. Oh, then again, some type of auto split. That could totally work. But only for emulator. Just for curiosity's sake. You know, now I'm interested. Kind of would like to know. Especially if rooms like this should, in theory, read pretty consistent as long as you're doing all the buffers every time. That's right, I want to go and switch to that. That's not going to cooperate. Love an auto split, yeah. Auto split is living the dream, huh? Kind of like having an auto tracker when playing Link to the Past randomizer. Okay, and that bat slowed down there. It'd drive me nuts. Okay. Okay, good snake. Good snake. Space drugs. Mike's still dreaming about his space drugs. How far away they are. Auto split sounds so wonderful. There's actually quite a few games that already have scripts developed for them for auto split. So if you're playing on emulator and it's an emulator that supports the Lewis scripts, you can just load up the appropriate Lewis script and then it will do the auto split for you. Doesn't help much though if the auto split hasn't been made yet, but yeah. That's the thing, emulator. Yeah. Was it SD to SNES? If you have that, that has the ability to connect to a PC with the USB cable. So you can actually run it on real hardware with that as well. But I don't know if EverDrive or PowerPack has such a feature. That would be handy. Then you could run it on CRT, as God intended. Still get all your fun stuff. Zero counts hate simulators. Yeah. I'm realizing it now too after like everything I was playing on this tonight, I was pushing everything super early. I don't even know how many frames of difference the latency actually is, but I was still hitting everything early. That's what people tell me, Zircon says. Oh, that people tell you you hate emulators and your opinion is actually just neutral? Or people tell you about it having extra latency? Correct. And there's the problem again. I say multiple things and you say, maybe you agree with everything I'm saying. Hold on a second, mute microphone for a moment. Ah, it's a running gag. It's a thing on your channel that you hate emulators. Yeah. It depends on what it is, too. Sound back on? Yes, sound's back on. Good. Yeah, NES and SNES seems pretty good and solid. Nintendo 64, I'm really not very satisfied with any of the emulators that I've tried for it. Just like things that feel wrong. Okay, do the thing here. Jump and hit the snake. There we go, that's more like it. N64 emulation may never be perfect. So if you do purely software emulation, you can get something that actually looks about right, but it's limited to the original native resolution of the console. Okay, bat. See, these bats slow down when I don't want them to. They just don't want to cooperate. That's what it is. Way too convoluted. Yeah. That's the number one problem is emulators trying to have GPU acceleration, because the graphics hardware is absolutely nothing like what's in a PC. Okay. I thought you were supposed to have enough iframes off of the snake to run through the bat. Okay. Yeah, just do that game. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe the big Octo will be cooperative and come down in a hurry and make up for these minor nastinesses tonight. Whoop. Okay. Even Nintendo can't. Well, yeah. We've seen what they did on the NSO with the latest release on that. The dumpster fire is probably pretty accurate. Also, that would be very cool to be able to do this boss without the snowman. Shadow. Okay, well, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Good pattern. Let's go. This is nice. I immediately know if that's the good pattern or not by whether or not it jumps towards me. Okay, we'll have a cutscene in a minute. And y'all are piling up long messages. As soon as this thing starts dying, I'm going to look over there. So, come on down. Come on. Oh no, why did I jump away? Refreeze. Oh, Xbox PSP. Okay, good. Okay. Shadow is going to use a SNES-style 8-bit Pro controller, Switch Pro controller, or Xbox controller to play Ocarina. Which should you use and how should you map the buttons? Yeah. That's the thing. So much of this stuff... So Ocarina of Time, you need all 4 of your C buttons, but most of this stuff, it has like a C stick, and it maps up, down, left, right on that to the up, down, left, right C buttons, which is terrible. So I have no clue, honestly. Oh. Feature Rush says 2:05:38 from the Chapter 1 screen to the second. Zoda starts to blow up. Okay, timing on the second game ends when you when you talk to Chief Coralcola, I think. I'm not sure whether all of the dialogue after that is included or not. Shadow's literally never touched a Nintendo 64 controller. Not to saying, hey, at least they didn't charge you for it. Right. Plus 0.8 time as soon as you talk to Chief. Okay. People can say not the SNES controller. Yeah. Shadow never had an N64. I've never even picked up an N64 controller. 64 controller is interesting because there's 3 different ways you can hold it. So depending on whether you're playing a game that uses only D-pad and buttons, you put your hands on the left and right handles. If you're playing a game like Mario 64 or whatever, then you have left hand on center handle, so you have the analog stick under your left thumb. Yeah. And then you have the other odd position, which I think really only comes into play with shooters like GoldenEye, but you can put the analog stick under your right thumb instead, and so that way you have like finer aiming control, and then use alright, you stupid monkeys. Okay, that... Oh, no. Yeah. Nowadays, now that we have 2 analog sticks on controllers, you don't have to change your grip anymore. You just have a dedicated stick for each thumb. Okay, Future Rush uses Xbox 360 controller to play Ocarina. Okay. Definitely gotta pick these up this time. I don't know if there's a way to set up faster timing for that, to not have to wait for it so many cycles. Use water to my advantage just because I can't mash properly. 0 counts, always thought it was comfortable, yeah. The analog stick was crap. It would grind itself down to powder. It's like plastic rubbing against plastic, and you get this white substance falling out of it, and the sticks become all floppy. Apparently, if you ever get a hold of a brand new Nintendo 64 controller, you should take the whole thing apart, coat all, like, every single piece inside of it that you don't touch, coat the entire thing with, like, white lithium grease, and then put it back together. And that'll save it from grinding itself down to nothing. Yeah. But yeah, you get a lot of people, though, that just don't understand the flexibility of the controller and how it gave you all these different options in a time back before it just became standard to just put 2 sticks on the controller. Okay. 64 controllers look weird. Yeah. Yeah, they are definitely unique, but they get the job done. Future Rush doesn't remember how the mapping, but you did the best you could and it worked out. Yeah. Yeah, it's really one where if you're using the wrong controller for it, you really have to remap it on a game-per-game basis. You may enter. You can buy N64 controllers made with steel analog sticks, yeah. Yeah, or you can use an original controller and just replace the analog stick. So we need one with better parts, but that still uses the original mechanism. Optical sensor with a wheel that actually counts the number of holes that pass underneath the optical sensor. Because when you have that type of setup, it's just very accurate. I mean, it's an analog stick, but it's very digital. It has exactly X number of units to the left or to the right. It's just super precise. And you don't end up with like drift or any of that crap. Oops. Get the double snooze there. Futurist thinks That is what's happening to your Black 360 controller. Well, now we're apart. We're getting to the phase where the chat kind of falls back a bit, so it's probably best to not use words like it. Just have solid referrals to whatever it is you're talking about, so that way when I get around to the message it makes sense. Natalie was the kid with the blistered palm from Mario Party. Yeah, it was funny as I did that technique too, rotating it with my palm, and I never did get the blister, so I don't know. Okay. Shadow, should I get the Switch in 64 controller? Oh no. Back on a second, this is kind of an execution room. Should you get the 64 controller for the best experience? Or will know any better since you don't know how the original controller worked anyway. Oh. Yeah, so just for the sake of the buttons kind of functioning properly, you really need to use the right type of controller. And I saw Bug Doctor use the baseball bat buffering strat on that room. But I don't have that in a convenient place in my mind yet, where my fingers are moving buttons, so. Alright, Steel Stick 64. Oh, get back here, you. Troll Fly. Missed me a good opportunity to smack it a good one. Replacement steel analog stick for... What? 125? Huh. You're gonna really want it. That's not a whole controller, that's just the part that goes inside the original. So there's really no good mapping for 64 games for modern controllers, in your opinion, so the actual controller, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that you would literally have to, if you're trying to use a different Darn it, I just cannot get the hang of that. Because it's not actually a buffered thing. Okay, drinky time. Actual controller is the best experience. Yeah, definitely actual controller is the best way to go. Because you can make do with anything else, but you really do have to remap for every single game. 2 damage boost method is all buffers. Oops. Might have pressed that slightly late, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I kind of want to have enough health going into International House of Trolls. Just because I end up being set up for a bad time if I don't have any more than that. Then again, this is still more than 3, so this is a step up from playing this dungeon in practice mode. Only really use that if you get extra life though. Yeah, it's the thing with the damage boost, is it's expensive depending on what's going on. Also, I'd really love to know what I need to do to get a better handle on the stupid bone dogs. No other enemy seems to have quite the effectiveness that they do at screwing me over. Let's see, 2.5. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to skip this. really that much time to grab it, so... In the meantime, I can pretend I'm practicing that. I need to just, like, see if I can figure out how to make it... Oh, wait a minute, you said there was the hitbox script. I need that, because it would still show the... It would show hurt boxes on the ghost as well, wouldn't it? Jump at the right spot this time. Very good. Yeah, because I don't want to screw up the timing. But I need to practice it and know where they are. Okay. Shadow may actually get the Switch and Nintendo 64 controller then, even if you don't actually get that. Well, yeah, but you won't be playing any 64 games on the Switch if you don't have the upgraded service, because that's how it comes, packaged. Okay, this room has been going well. Perfect. Okay. Perfect here too. Did that on the last run too. That's the unfortunate thing though, is it's not going to be another 50-second time save this time. Because I'm going to do about on par for this dungeon with what I did the last time through. Shadow... Oh, never mind. Okay. Say no more, say no more. Know what I mean, know what I mean? Nudge is as good as a wink to a blind bat. Okay. Continued interest. Side project. I wanted that heart, but it's dead to me now. It's... yeah, great. Okay. A little bit of wonky shuffling going on there. I should switch that first. Okay. Flip. Guess there's one more. Oh no. One thing. That would have been okay if it had switched over to the mirror when I wanted it to just then. Wait, no. Okay, that was nice. Kaboom! Oops, jumped off that tile the wrong way. Not bad, I'm actually considering we need to stop at all. It seemed like there was a spot there where it wasn't moving, but maybe I was too hyper-focused on it to see. If this is gold again, though, I'm going to find that funny. Wow, you've done it. No. Still, though. Grab a giant anal bead next to the lake's butthole. And if this becomes PB, why did I have to say that out loud? The room probably smells terrible. Yeah. Maybe he did stop. Yeah. And I want this just, if not for the improvement of the last dungeon. So I practically never get to actually keep the shooting star through it. Usually do the stupid frappuccinos doing their Kappa best. Stop once right at the beginning? Yeah. So that was it. That was when I wanted to do it. He didn't stop again, the jerk. Yeah. My Zodas usually like to do that. Jump 3 times in a row. Usually right on top of me. Moments of disaster, blah blah blah. Now it's going to be even worse doing this back to back with Zoda's Revenge with the blah blah blahs and so on. Blah blah blah, Ghost Village, blah blah. Michael Michelle. Blah blah blah. You cough. I see you have COVID. Take this shooting star. Hey! Listen! Oh, you know it's wild, the strobing that this floor does on the CRT when it's scrolling. Abracadabra. COVID Cola. Oh no. Sounds like a terrible place. Don't visit. Palette change complete. Oops. Considering whether I want to try moving my water bottle over to... Well, I got a moment to think about it. 8, 10... Okay. And these star-dropping trolls... Let's try this. Oh, of course they just part when I actually throw the thing, huh? When I've been doing practice of this, nearly every single time I do that, just walk down and turn 90 degrees. They'd part for me. But in attempts tonight, they've been very consistently still in front of me. So this time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that attack right there. And it's like, nope. Good luck. StarTropics. Yes. Yeah. It's weird. I don't know if they actually tampered with the drop rate just for that dungeon or what. Whack. Oops. Slid one too far. It's not a problem. Oh, look at you being all the way down there. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Round and round and round go. Yeah, that's the other thing I needed to ask as well was B-Boy B-Bot being well behaved tonight? It's kind of been increasing in its bot evilness factor pretty frequently. It's kind of wonder about that. Now look at you all the way over there. Come on, come on, come on. There. Go, 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 go. This is nice, actually, having all my hearts at this section. Then we have the screen of absolute hatred. Come on, you trolls. Okay. 2. No. That room right there manages to be 10 times as trolly as anything. Ooh, okay. Cornering. Go. No. Just that corner. All these places now where I recognize good pattern or bad pattern. Oh, bad pattern. Okay. Just go slightly out of my way there. Right, no fancy slides, just smack directly to the face. Da, 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 da. Oh, get my big stretch in. Let's see, this is about maybe a third of a bottle worth of water left. That should be enough. Once again, we get the scroll. But yeah, it was funny though. Chapter 3, you get the run, run, hurry, hurry segment, where you get the similar thing going on in StarTropics 2 with the camel and running the pizza back to Cleopatra. Also in Chapter 3, but not really Chapter 3 because of Chapter 1 just being story. Run, run, run. Oh. Run, 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 but make sure to take those last 2 steps. The clock is ticking. Okay. Still looking decent. Maybe this time I can exit the town from the correct side. Last time I walked out to the left and had to walk all the way around. Okay, buffer. Yes, buffer right. Screen transition. It's like I'm kind of hoping that each of my overworlds, my PB for each segment is possibly frame perfect, maybe. Still have plenty of screw ups though, with not quite getting my buffering done properly. Okay. Wait for the next cycle, so... I'm searching for a lighter in the belly of a whale. Searching for a lighter in the belly of a whale. I submerge to get to the next part. Actually, that lines up with that pretty well. Just thinking I could expand the lyrics to have something that matches what's going on the screen, and it would sync up with every single part of this. Past the figure 8 now. Because every whale has a figure 8. Didn't you know that? Maybe Miss Frizzle needs to start shrinking kids down in the magic school bus and taking them inside of animals again, so they can learn about the figure eight of the whale and the all-natural staircases. You got the lighter, now I'm going back to Bamboo. We take the conveniently placed shortcut back to the start. Lush. Mentally prepare yourself to enter a 3-digit number. Yeah, I need to plan that one out in advance and not just run face first into it. Tap, tap, or Curse Splash. And remembering that you do not want to buffer that time. First message 987 1 2 3 4 987. Okay. 3-digit number successfully entered. Still don't understand how I can have such minuses on chapter 4. I guess I just screw up the 3-digit number frequently enough that it bumps the average up a little bit. Da, 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 ba, da, ba, ba, da. I talk to a man about a worm. Well, you know, since I've already made one suggestive, actually not really suggestive, pretty much spelled it out at the drained lake. It's a good thing that bait is on Chapter 4 and the fishing master is on Chapter 5. Because you can imagine the problems that would arise if the fishing master were named Bait. Belcola. Reused NPCs and recycled music. Impossible to cross the strait now. Uh-oh, here comes the mayonnaise. Early bird catches the worm. Maybe I should be paying better attention to the NPC dialogue. See how often different things they happen to say actually match up with the background music. Right, so 1680. So 310 years that ship allegedly was sitting there for. The dirty bird gets the worm. Yeah, that ship has totally got to be like a theme park attraction by now. Maybe they even sink the ship on a nightly basis. Yeah, just like Just like the flag lowering ceremonies that they usually have at places. Time to play a song on the organ. And that's the wrong note. That should be a da. Instead it goes straight into da 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 da. It's funny, it's only recently that I realized, hey, wait a minute, the final note, the jingle. Actually, they could have fixed that, just, Now, because I have the disassembly, I'm thinking, should I look for that song? Try to pitch up the jingle by 2 tones, just so that it actually matches the last note that you step on. It'd be da 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 da. It's the Indiana Jones dungeon. That is a little bit awkward to shove it in. Okay. Nice friendly dart there. Didn't decide to take damage that time. Oh, and there was the glitch chirp. It would be interesting to better understand what's actually going on whenever the glitch chirp occurs. Okay, that's right. Last time through here, my B button didn't feel like it was cooperating with me. So I had a close encounter with that rat, which led to a close encounter with the second rat. And I just had yo-yo by the time I got to this room. Bowling ball time! Can't remember the last time I went actually bowling. Wish I have a bowling alley in town. Hey, Gobs. How's it going? Ah, cello indeed. And also Meowdy, if I'm not mistaken. You are the lucky winner of a gift sub tonight. I got a new PB. And it was actually my very first time ever completing the game deathless. But I accidentally forgot to take the Game Genie out during the first run, so here I am doing it again. Oops. Oh boy. And I was not facing the right direction for that dodo at all. More bowling ball. Oh, got back from seeing Corn and System of a Down. Nice. Yeah, let's see. Actually, I think the only concert... I guess the last real concert that I went to was Weird Al during the Poodle Hat tour. I actually saw him twice. Both times at the Grand Casino in Gulfport, Mississippi. That was great. You'd love to see Weird Al. Yeah. He's doing his, he's doing a tour right now. But it's the, I forget what he calls it exactly. It's basically like, instead of doing all the costumes and everything, he just goes through and plays the songs that he wants to play. So it's a much lighter show than his usual productions. But I'm sure it's still fantastic. Your voice is shot and you need to rest it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of approaching the limit tonight of what I'm able to do. But I still got water left. Would be nice to get a double there. Was that all of them? Yeah, I guess that was. I lose track of how many of those things there actually are. Okay, cap off. Last one you went to was Death Fest last weekend, and War back in November. Ah, cool. Alright, well this is the part where we sink a ship into the ground, so we usually 07 and pay our respects to the ship. Yep, so long, ship. Allegedly, 310 years that ship sat in that same spot. Until we came along and mildly inconvenienced us, so we sunk it so we could drive our submarine through. Alright, well, good night, Zero Counts. I'll see you around. Oops. And that was a little bit late on that. That's fine. Make Zoda puke the pasta. I hope so. Things are actually going pretty good so far. So I think I got a decently good feeling about this run. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's what we want. There we go. Y'all see that animation? That's what we want. That's when the timer stops. Yep, so now we're on chapter 6, which is a big old maze. You just gotta learn the way through it. There's actually a whole bunch of mazes in the second game. So I'm thinking if and when I want to do a full run of that game with the timer on, I'm gonna have to learn the way through all the mazes. A lot of secret pits that drop you down into extra unnecessary mini dungeons. But you can just walk around them because they do not progress the plot. They do not give you anything that you actually get to keep, so avoid them, save the time. And this is the part where it starts to get on your nerves if you don't know the right way. Because your robot friend gives constant updates on which direction you need to go. Shortest dungeon in the game, which technically doesn't count. It's usually the dungeon ends with, "Wow, you've done it," and now saving your game. That one doesn't, so it's not an official dungeon. And this is when we start to have some of the weird trolls as well. First room's not so bad though, just ignore the snakes because the door's already open. There's really no reason to spend your time on that. And in this room, you only need to defeat the pink-colored mummies. You can just leave the blue ones alone. Okay, good. Path is cleared. So this room is also really complicated. Okay, good. That one octo in the top row that I fired to the right to hit. Sometimes it'll be hit, sometimes it won't. It all has to do with a quirk on when this game decides to check for collisions. Break up the mummy conga line and move on. Yeah, see, That's much more consistent for me, jumping up like that. Okay. Avoid the lime lifesavers. Oh, okay. Should get this ready. Drink that. See, that's why I pick it up, just in case I take the hit. There we go. Perfect. Actually, I realized I jumped slightly before I knew for a fact that the boss was dead. At least I think it did. Maybe I subconsciously realized the boss was dead. Go. Order of operations room. Yeah, this is an interesting room for anybody doing their first time playthrough of this, because there's a few things about it that kind of trips them up a little bit. Okay. I still love that. Press the button and then press the other button. Cancel the sound effect. I perhaps should study this a little bit more. It's possible to set that up so that basically none of the cheese puffs will hit you. They'll all manage to miss. Oh, okay. See, this is still fine, right? Oops. I just need to not take massive quantities of damage from Joe this time. Gotcha. I did basically figure out that the reason why one mummy is left behind is that one of the usages of that, two of the mummies are overlapping each other, so it ends up one of them doesn't take the damage for that round. Come on, Joe. Okay, 2-cycle. Ready on the split. Well, you've done it. Oh hey, gold. That must just purely be... well, I don't know. That's the problem with this, is that because of the way splits work, I don't know how much of that is from execution improvements and how much of it is just from good RNG on the mini-boss. Because on any given run, it will either come down nice and quickly, or it'll take a very long time. Right, next dungeon. Buffering the correct direction this time. It has this whole little two-screen fake section of the dungeon. Yeah, I could have ran through that. Oh yes, yes, Bat, do that. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, it has this whole little fake section of the dungeon that you'd go through first. Then you realize, hey, wait a minute, it's a dead end. Then you gotta start figuring out the clues to tell the correct direction to go. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Yeah, this could be, well, I don't know about favorite. This is one of my favorite dungeons now. Sometimes it has disagreements with me, but there's a lot of things I like about it. I like the section with throwing the splitting throwing star, named Asterisk in the manual, and doing the split on that. Then you got these guys who stuck. But if you just execute that properly, it's not really so bad. Over here, right? An extra couple of jumps there I didn't need, but that's fine. Ooh, super close once again. I don't really know what these guys are actually named. I just call them the Gwip Gwops because of the noise they make. Gwip Gwop, Gwip Gwop, Gwip Gwop. See, so what I'm doing is absolutely not safe for this, but I feel reasonably comfortable with doing it that way. I suppose the knives do also make the Gwip Gwop sound too, so it's kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, I absolutely love this room because you literally just ignore all the enemies and just walk through a hidden passage. People playing that for the first time, though, they will do their absolute hardest to actually kill all of the enemies. Then they discover they didn't have to. So yeah, this game actually supports up to 6 enemies on a single screen. So I'd love to see whether or not it would support 6 of the Hoodoo dolls on one screen or not. What it would even do. Probably run into some severe sprite limit with that. Okay. Alright. Not a bad dungeon. Well, you've done it, but that is the last dungeon of this chapter, so I don't split until the end of the chapter. Will I successfully say no to Yunkle? Yeah, no to Uncle this time? Stay tuned to find out. Before I knew up, buffering the dialogue, I used to call your uncle the true final boss of the chapter, because you have to say no to him, otherwise you're stuck in a loop with him repeating the dialogue over and over again forever. Blah blah blah, ancient ruins, blah blah, cipher, blah blah, Argonia, blah blah, Skyrim. Oh, Steve. See, now we need more lyrics to that. I was thinking like, oh Steve, to the tune of Hey Jude. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and here we are back to this again. But we're just mere seconds away from more space drugs. Dun, 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 dun. At last. Damage boost because we're getting the space drugs. There it is. Oh, yeah. Some good space drugs. Yeah. Oh. Ah. And we got the whole terror-inducing section coming up just around the corner. Let's see if this guy will be cooperative again. He has been... No, well, that's fine. Whatever. The last time through here, he just jumped out of the way and then turned and went the other direction. Okay, you're on the top. Here. Damage boost, run for it. Okay, good. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, Steve. Don't make make it bad. Take a long speech and make it longer. Okay. Oh, that wasn't great. But it's fine, I guess. Yep. Die, please. Thank you. Okay. Space drugs, dippity 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 dippity. Wow, you've done it. Okay. Almost done. Ba-dum-bum. Good time for some water. Successfully acquisitionate the red cube once again. Shooting star becomes a supernova. But not quite yet, because there's not enough hearts here to power this thing. But now there is. Get wrecked, banana alien. Actually, it's technically a small time loss because you don't keep moving. Okay. Space drugs time. I'm just doing this for space drugs. I'm doing this for space drugs. Okay. Next. Yep. Next RNG friend is right there. Sometimes he likes to just leap right into you. Pew, pew. Okay, okay. That was polite. He dropped a heart. Right, no. Okay, that was... I jumped the gun very slightly there. It's a good thing that platform was spawning in when it did. Did somebody say space drugs? Yeah, we're about to have some more space drugs. Here it comes. Just one more jump away. Oh, yeah. Space drugs. Oh. Just take the damage boost. Oh, look. Cooperative force shield. This one cooperate? Nope, it will not. Whoop. Gotcha. Oh. Wait for it. I do not want that extra flip of damage. Okay. Let's see if this can be cool this time. It wasn't cool last time. That was pretty cool. Not the coolest, but... Oh, you know, I didn't even need that. That's fine. Go straight through this section, it's fine. No more space strokes. This chapter... Nope, that wasn't it. Ah, screw it. Alright, come on, you stupid... No. Yeah. Okay. Not too cool. Actually, not cool at all. Okay. Messed up the heat pipe skip. And also the quick kill. I mean, it still was a decent kill, just not as good as it could have been. Time for overly long maze like hallways. 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 They just exist to pad the game, to make it feel longer. Yeah, gotta bless all the good runs with the overly long maze like hallways. That's the trick. Time to get some effing space drugs. Gotta get those effing space drugs. Time to get some effing space drugs. But then before that we have the dishonest health refill. Watch those seconds tick down, or up, I guess in this case. And when is that thing supposed to show up? In between the split name and the time. Okay, there it is. Well, this is really a long cutscene, so it gets to sit there for a while. 13, 12, 10. Alright, puke time. Let's get puke and call it a night. Oh, hi, Zoda. Here I am again. I got these bananas. Let's see. Let's go. Go for the gun first, although. Okay, good. At some point, I'm going to want to start actually doing the RNG manip first, and then getting the gun, because of the risk of hand right off the bat. Speaking of hands, though, holy crap, no hands? This is a blessed run. Where... hope it doesn't become a blurst run. Okay. 4 hearts down so far. Yeah, the reactor can still screw things up, because that's what the reactor likes to do. Yep. Oh, nice. No, you jerk butt. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this is spicy. One cycle reactor. Alright, that's it. Alright, now Zoda's being a troll. Come on, okay. Nope. Huh. 14 seconds.